Hey everybody, I'm going to try to do the 50 question TMI, too much information. It's a lot of questions, going to try to get through them. Number one, what am I wearing? I'm wearing tattery pants held together with patches, this shirt and another shirt underneath, and a hat because it's cold in here. 2, ever been in love? Yes. I had many boyfriends and an ex-husband in the past, but I have been in love with the last guy. The last 10 years with this Italian guy, and he died from cancer about 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in June. And it was that missing puzzle piece. That little hole in your heart was actually plugged up with that love, and he changed my life forever. So I'm not closed to another love, but that was love in a really strange way. I'm open. Ooh, that didn't sound right. I better go to the next question. Ever have a bad breakup, a terrible breakup? Number 3. Yeah, of course. High school, of course. I was in an improv group with this guy that did Groucho Marx skits, and I was Margaret Dumont to his Groucho Marx, and yeah, it was high school. 4. How tall are I? I are 6 foot tall. 5. How much do you weigh? 20 stones. For those of you who are not British, I'm sorry, you'll have to look it up. For those of you who are British, I'm sorry, that's how much I weigh. I take it out on myself. Everything is taken out on myself, and to comfort myself, I eat. 6. Any tattoos? Yes, I have one on my left shoulder blade of a sun that has a peace symbol in it. 7. Any piercings? Just one in each earlobe. Not into pain. 8. OTP, and I had to look that up. I know what STP is. It's an oil additive or a Stone Temple Pilots. But OTP, old toilet paper? No. It says something about one true pairing, like Ron and Hermione and Harry Potter series. I don't know. How about Captain Jack Sparrow and me? 9. Favorite show? That'd have to be Jeopardy! Jeopardy is a quiz show where the answers are shown to you on a big board, and you have to come up with the questions to those answers. It's kind of like backwards, but it's a lot of trivia, a lot of information, and my brain's just full of that stuff. 10. Favorite bands? I like Zucchero, I like Santana and Fish. And I have separate artists that I like. I like a lot of different things. I don't like rap and I don't like country, but I like most everything else. And my dear friend Manolis, check him out, Manolis Vlogs. He has his own music, which I dearly love. 11. Something you miss. Something or someone. Something I miss is being carefree and not having to worry about paying utilities and stuff. Someone I miss, my grandpa, my dad, and Bear, the guy I'd seen for 10 years. 12. Favorite song? I'll play it for you. It's from late 1920s. It's called Dardanella. It's kind of like a syncopated style of a song. I know, I'm a weirdo. My dad used to play it on the piano, and that's why I like it. Okay. 13, how old am I? In my heart, I'm a lot younger, believe me, and I don't act my age. Believe me, I'm 56. I will be 57 in April. Ugh, that's old. I know. I don't feel it. I don't act it. 14, zodiac sign. I am the ram. I am Aries. I am the leader. I'm the whatever. And Chinese zodiac. I'm a rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. 15, quality you look for in a partner. Intelligence above all. Cleanliness. Honesty. Sense of humor wouldn't hurt. But intelligence is number 1 on my books. 16, favorite quote. I have 2. One is from a Monty Python movie, The Life of Brian. It's where the people are asking to see the Messiah. And the mother of Brian says, "There's a mess in here, but no Messiah." That's one. The other is from an underground comic with Mr. Natural. And he says, "'Twas ever thus." 17, favorite actor. Oh, golly. There are so many good actors out there. Robert Downey Jr. is a hell of an actor. Johnny Depp is a hell of an actor. Jean Reno is a hell of an actor. Peter Sellers was a pretty good actor, in his genre. Steve Martin's a good actor. I mean, there's a lot of good actors. Michael Caine's a good actor. There are a lot of good actors out there, and there's so many that I'm missing that I, would say, "Oh, why didn't I say that guy? Oh, why didn't I say that guy?" There are just a lot of people out there that are really good, and I'm glad. 18, favorite color. Periwinkle. It's kind of a blue, purpley gray, but I like blue a lot. 19, loud music or soft. Depends on the music, depends on my mood. It's kind of hard to have soft accordion music, isn't it? 20, where do you go when you are sad? Inside, I go to my bed and under the covers. Outside, I go to the zoo or the art museum. Out in nature. 21, how long does it take for you to shower? Shower? What's that? I don't shower often, and I shouldn't admit it, but I do. When I need to shower, I shower. About 10 minutes. I really give myself a good scrub down. 22, how long does it take for you to get ready in the morning? Depends on what I have to do for that day. If I have somewhere to be, I usually try to set out my accoutrement the day before. And if I have to be somewhere where I need a lunch or whatever, I make that the night before, put it in the fridge, and I'd say all in all, and since I don't do hours of makeup like most females, I'd say about half an hour. 23, ever been in a physical fight? Yes, I have, sort of, kind of. Not a full-fledged fight. When I was 11, I was diagnosed with scoliosis and lordosis and fitted with a full-body Milwaukee brace. It went from my hips all the way up to here. It was made from leather and metal and weighed 20 pounds. I couldn't look around. The only time I could take it off was to bathe or swim, and I took as many baths as possible. Believe me, it was like torture. It was like an Iron Maiden without spikes. Couldn't sleep with a pillow. You had to sleep flat on your back. Just very unpleasant. And it was like walking traction. And you go into the doctor and they raise it up a notch, each time. I grew a foot in a year. 24, turn on. Intelligence. Nice muscly shoulders. I'm a shoulders girl. Like some ladies like guys' butts. I like shoulders. But mostly intelligence. I love intelligence. 25, turn off. Stupidity. Unkemptness. People that don't brush their teeth. And I do not smoke, and I cannot stand smokers, so if a guy smokes, that's an automatic sorry. 26, the reason you joined YouTube, I can't remember, it's been so long ago, it was like 2006 or something. I might have joined YouTube to be able to comment on other people's things, maybe. But then I started putting up little skits and things, and I really need to get back to what I'm pretty decent at. And then when the year to orbit thing came around, I tried it to see if I could actually do it, and then I got hooked. And I don't do it every single day now, but I kind of want to. I don't know. I don't know. 27 fears. I don't like spiders, but that's really not a fear. I hate cockroaches. If I see a cockroach, I'm screaming. You'll hear me across the county. And I don't like being in total darkness. because it makes, my imagination goes nuts. The aliens are going to come and get me. The boogeyman will get me, and 28. The last thing made you cry. About an hour ago, I was listening to Dardanella, and it made me cry because I was thinking of my dad and how I miss him. 29. Last time you said you love someone. Well, I tell the cat I love him, and I kiss him on his head every day. But my sons, whenever I talk to my sons, I always tell them I love them, because you never know when it will be the last time you talk to them, or that they talk to you. 30. Meaning behind your YouTube name, Parmigiana. Well, the Italian guy that I went with for the last 10 years, one day he came back from Italy, he had half a wheel of Parmesan cheese in his suitcase, which is giant if you've ever seen one. And he, you want a piece of Parmesan? And I don't do milk products, they don't sit well with me, but Parmesan cheese is made, real Parmesan Reggiano is made from raw milk. And the enzymes are there. Like good yogurt has the natural enzymes in it. I can do real yogurt. So I got to liking it. And that's about the only cheese, except Manchego, which is a Spanish sheep cheese, which is from its raw form also. And anyway, I don't know, just the last 10 years have changed my life so much, I went with Parmigiana. And that's my creative name when I do artwork or things. That's my creative name. 31. The last book you read in its entirety? Oh, I have trouble finishing things. The last book I read in its entirety might have been The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul by Douglas Adams, which is my favorite book. The very first one I read in its entirety was Pippi Longstockings by Astrid Lindgren when I was 10 years old. But I have ADHD, and so it's very, very difficult for me I have to read the same paragraph about 10 or 20 times before it sinks in. Just because my brain, it's like, I'm going to sleep now. Like, whoa. So, I have trouble staying on the task. 32. The book you're currently reading, I just dabble and pick up stuff and read it when I want to, read it when I need to. I'm reading several right now. Some are Italian books. One's called The Millionaire Dropout. It's mostly common sense, but gives you some clues on how you can make money for yourself, how you can survive, blah, blah, blah. 33. The last show you watched. Not sure. I've been watching stuff on YouTube. I watch a lot of British stuff on YouTube. I don't have cable, so I don't have BBC America. I don't know. The last show I watched on TV here was the news today. 34. The last person I talked to. My brother called me about an hour ago. I don't know why. Just to talk, I suppose. And he got another phone call, so he said, "Oh, see you later." That shows how important I am. 35. Relationship between you and the last person you texted. Does texting include me going to the guy, his provider on the internet and typing a message and sending it to his phone? Does that include that? It would be my son in Canada. If not, the last person I texted from a phone to another phone was in 2002 when I lived in Saudi Arabia. And was a guy I was staying with. 36. Favorite food. My favorite food is my comfort food, my go-to food. I learned from my grandma how to make these. These are called egg dumplings. You make like a scrambled... well, one for the cat. Scrambled egg mix. Enough flour in there to make it kind of ploppy. And you plop it into boiling water and let it cook for about 7 minutes, maybe 10, I don't know. And then I have butter and garlic and caraway seeds on here. That's my comfort food. As you can tell, I've been needing a lot of comforting. 37. Place you want to visit. Well, I'd kind of like to see Victoria, BC up in Canada. Scott said it's really a cool place. Maybe Seattle, Washington, because there's well, maybe just BC because it's got the same type of attitude going on, I guess. Definitely want to see more of France, but I think I have to learn a little more French. French are a little particular that way, and that's fine. I prefer that. I don't want to go everywhere where everyone speaks English. That's not the pleasure of traveling and getting immersed in another culture if everyone speaks your language. Durr. I want to go back to Italy, and I'd love to spend my remaining years in Italy. Or France. Depends on which one I like. Yeah, right. 38. Last place you were. Well, if that means outside the house, I went to the post office yesterday on my bicycle. 39. Do you have a crush? Lots of crushes from time to time. Right now, there's 2 YouTubers that I'm sweet on. One's one of my best friends. And a lot of women are sweet on him. And another is this Italian guy that's crazy. Chiro, you know who you are. 40. Last time you kissed someone. A real person? Was the day before Christmas. 3.5 years ago. That's pathetic, isn't it? 41. Last time you were insulted. Well, I'm insulted, or my brother tries to insult me all the time, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, so I can usually overlook whatever his insults are. Usually it's someone on YouTube that one person wrote, "I'm not even going to comment to this video," and I'm thinking, you just did, doofus. But yeah, some people can be really mean. And why do you even bother saying something mean and nasty? Don't waste your time. If you don't like that person, don't watch them, for goodness sakes. 42. Favorite... Oh, I thought it said sweat. Favorite flavor of sweat. Favorite flavor of sweet. Well, I'm trying not to eat so much sugar and stuff because sugar is really not good for you at all. But other things are sweet as well, like oranges. Orange juice. I love orange juice. 43. What instruments do you play? Piano? Violin. I did play violin, and I can pluck out some things on a guitar. Maybe a recorder. I tried some tunes on my dad's old ocarina, but I would have to say the piano. That's my big love. I love the piano. I have an electric keyboard because if I live somewhere where I feel like playing to soothe myself and it's the middle of the night, I could put headphones on. And also it makes a harpsichord sound and an accordion sound, and it's really cool. 44. Favorite piece of jewelry. I'm not really into jewelry because I've always been so freaking clumsy. But I do wear this silver ring. I had one for each 4th finger. It looks like it's woven. It's real silver, apparently. And the other one fell off, apparently, when I had lost weight. And I don't know whatever happened to it. Last sport you played, number 45. Indoor sports? Well, I rode my bicycle yesterday, but if it's with other people, maybe one-on-one basketball? I don't know. It's been a while, though. It's been a long time. 46. Last song you sang. I don't know. Usually I hum something. I sing in the shower. It's whatever comes to me. It's usually some old folk tune like Swanee River or something. I don't know. But most of the time I hum. I don't know the words to songs, so I hum anyway. Or even something like take on me, take me home. That one. That's a good one to sing in the shower. 47. Favorite chat up line. I think that means when it's a come on line when you're, wanting to, like, oh baby, are you hurting? When you fell out of heaven, you must have hurt yourself. One of those lines. I think that's what that means. Here is one for you ladies, for men, okay? If you see somebody that's caught your eye, ask them a question. Like I saw a surveyor, wasn't bad looking, so I thought, well, I'm going to talk to him. And as I was passing him, I said, oh, are you surveying for the new project that they're going to do? And he told me they were, and I said, oh, I hope this one doesn't take years and years. And he goes, oh, they're supposed to begin on it next year. Then he starts talking to me. So if you ask a guy a question, if they are interested at all, they will answer you in more than a yes or no. Okay? And it'll work with guys too. You know, for a guy, go when you're in the grocery store, hang out someplace, find somebody that might catch your eye, and you go up and you ask them about the product that they're looking at on the shelf, or produce or something. Think, I'm not really sure how to cook zucchini. My brother said it's really good for you. Do you know how to cook it? You know, a question is always a good way to start a conversation. 48. Have you ever used it? Yes. 49. Last time you hung out with anyone? Probably back in December when I was in a play. I was a cop in a play. I like to play character parts in community theater. I love it. It's my way of getting my frustrations out instead of doing drugs or alcohol or anything bad. I get them out by being another person. You can escape for an hour or two and be someone totally different, which is what you do when you do drugs and alcohol. You escape for an hour or two, but you come back to yourself. But when you're acting, you're not hurting anyone. And you might even make people laugh. And I like being in comedies, and it's just such a good feeling when you make someone laugh. And I've done some character parts. 50. Who should answer this question next? It doesn't matter, does it? If you want to, that would be cool. I'm tired. How many? Oh my God, 22 minutes. Oh my God. I talk too much. Upward and onward. It just occurred to me about that question of have I been in a fight. I explained how I was wearing a Milwaukee brace. There was a girl that came in the class while I was sitting at a desk. I had a special desk and chair. It wasn't an all-in-one desk because I couldn't sit and see what I was doing. I had to lean forward. I couldn't lift my head down. So I had a special desk. Girl came in, said, "Oh, you think you're so special? You know, you got this desk, and no one else has one of these desks." And she took me, pushed me over in the desk, shoved me and the desk over on our side on the floor, and she proceeded to hit and kick me. And I've always told my sons, you know, don't get into fights, but if someone pick on you, you have the right to defend yourself. So I reached up and grabbed this chick by the hair, and that's what girls do. And she was one kind of a trashy girl that liked to color her hair a lot. No one colored their hair in those days, except old ladies covering the gray. And apparently her head was sore from over dyeing her hair, and I just latched down with my fist and started yanking her hair out. And that's when the teacher came in. But that's the fight, or the almost fight. Yep.